Hey guys, welcome to the part 32, I think. Alright, so this is I'll be making them until 35, so till part 35. So yeah, just for today. So yeah. Alright, so now this is for Airspace Science, and as you can tell by video of the weather basics pressure and fronts. Here's a lot of work. I had to do a lot of work to do all of this. So yeah, definitely. Alright. In a new Google Doc, answer the following questions about the video. For example, what is air pressure? What is the air pressure at Earth's surface? How does temperature affect air pressure? Why does pressure increase when mass is added to an air column? What happens to the pressure when mass is removed? What symbol is used to indicate high pressure in weather maps? Do winds move away from or toward the high pressure? What kind of direction of the wind around high pressure? What kind of weather is associated with high pressure? What symbol is used to indicate low pressure on weather maps? How does air vertically in a low pressure system? Do winds move away from or toward the lower pressure? What is the direction of the wind around low pressure? What kind of weather conditions are associated with the low pressure systems? What is a front? What happens when the two air masses meet? What is a cold front? What is a warm front? What is a stationary front? What is a occluded front? What is a symbol for a cold front? How much can the temperature drop when a cold front approaches? What type of weather can develop with this front? What is the symbol for the warm front? What happens to the temperatures as a warm front approaches? What kind of weather is associated with this front? What is a symbol of stationary fronts? When do occluded fronts develop? What is an air mass? How do air masses acquire their properties? Where do continental air masses form? Are continental air masses dry or wet? Are maritime air masses dry or wet? What are the three temperature classifications for air masses? What are the 5 types of air masses? Rosar. Alright, answer the following questions if you have time. Here's the video for it too. If you want to go ahead and watch that, the link will be... Oh, didn't realize that. When severe weather develops, it's mostly commonly associated with the what type of front? If there are widespread low clouds, patchy drizzle, and some fog, what type of front is probably nearby? Just give me your best effort. Or give me your best effort. Or offer. Or answer. Offer. Answer. Sorry, that's enough. Alright, I think it's enough, so I think the next assignment. Okay. Explanation questions with weather basics and serve weather. In the new Google Doc, answer all the following questions, write short answers, create lists or tables, or draw diagrams to complete the questions in the best way possible for yourself. Number 1. What is an air power cell? What is an air mass? Explain the difference. Why is free here? How does an air mass form? Explain how temperature, moist, and pressure conditions affect its development. Where do air masses form that affect weather in the United States? How are they classified? Give me your answers in the comments. How does an air mass move? How does it affect the area over which it moves? What bodies of water affect these air masses? What line is formed when two air masses meet? How does density affect the movement of air masses when they collide? What is a cold front? What weather is associated with its front? What is a warm front? What weather is associated with this front, just like the cold front and the warm front? What is an occluded front? What weather is associated with this front? What is a thunderstorm? What causes them to occur? What is a tornado? What conditions cause it to form? What is lightning? How does it form? When does it occur? What is a hurricane? What is a typhoon? What is the difference? What causes a hurricane to form? Alright. Sorry, my English is not that good. Weather simulation questions. Alright. Alright, so if you click this link right here, this will automatically tell you what it wants you to go. The reasons for the season simulation by play with the different buttons, play with the different buttons on a simulation to figure out how to operate it. Use a chart to decide to compare hours of sunlight to latitude. What 2 points in the year have equal amounts of a day and nighttime? How does that appear in the top view and oblique view? Second, what day of the year has the least amount of daylight in the northern hemisphere? How many hours of daylight are received at the North Pole on that day? At the South Pole. What day of the year has the most amount of daylight in the North Hemisphere? How many hours of a day after received at the North Pole of that day at the South Pole? Sorry. How does the amount of solar energy change across the planet over the course of a year? Give me your best answers in the comments below. Precipitation types of simulation. Play with the different buttons on a simulation to figure out how to operate it. Use a chart at the side to adjust air temperature and wet bulb temperature. Create all 7 types in a precipitation at ground level. Record all 8 temperatures from each type of precipitation. How does a difference in air temperature affect the wet bulb temperature? Make a thunderstorm simulation. Play with different buttons on a simulation to figure out how to operate it. You will move the blue line to adjust the dew point temperature and the red line to adjust the temperature. Number 1. Play with the blue and red line to figure out how to create different lines of clouds, different types. You can make different lines or different types and precipitation rates. This is tricky at first, so be patient. Create a thunderstorm. What kind of conditions are necessary for thunderstorms to occur? Tornado simulation. Play with the different buttons on a simulation to figure out how to operate it. Adjust the funnel width at the speed to create all 6 types of tornadoes of a Fujita scale. How does pressure change as you increase the speed? What is the relationship between funnel width and wind speed? Alright, let me know if you got that all done below. Sorry. Alright, let's just go over the child development syllabus. Alright. This is from child development, so yeah, my 2A class, which is a second period within 2A day, which is an A day for a B day. We're still on block scheduling at my school, so yeah, my school is like way more different than you guys. Alright, anyway. Teacher Mrs. Rachel Huber. Email huber@bcsc.k12nus. Classroom number North 1520 East 206. Child development. Reminder. Check its learning and remind app for announcements, reminders, and updates. To join text, remind text, North Child to 8, 10, 10. This is not for you guys. This is for my school. If you guys are watching this, if you're in child development. So, I'm trying to open this water, but it's not opening pretty much, but it is. Oh, frick. There we go. Alright. Can you have my face in this? I wish I could, but, you know. Actually, for a new screen rec, I'm not sure you can put your webcam in there. Or I can use my camera. Sorry. Class supplies: computer, pencil, paper, and engaged mind. Guidelines and policies. We are all going to treat each other in the classroom with respect at all times. You have to respect people at all times. All the places, all of the world has to be really, you always have to be nice no matter what. If you're having a bad day, just be nice. You know, take it easy on yourself. You are required to be nice all times. Alright. Your best effort is expected and required for all assignments and activities. We will clean up our area before the end of a block and leave things better than we found them. We are often up and moving during class. However, you are to be in your seat at the end of the class, no lining up at the door. Obviously. Cell phones are an amazing resource, and they can be a huge distraction. Cell phones should remain in backpacks during class unless instructed otherwise. Phones that are used inappropriately during class will be taken away for a block. You are allowed one bathroom trip during my class for a 2-week period. Plan accordingly. We will use computers a lot. They must be charged, and you must carry a charger with you. If you are absent, it is your responsibility to figure out what you missed. I am happy to answer your questions that you have. I will not be telling you what to do. Due to the coronavirus, everything is contained on its learning. You are to do the bridge student assignment to make up any missed work for that day. All of the week's assignment are due Friday of the same week. I will accept late work for full credit. Life happens, but don't make it a habit where I have the right to not grade assignments that are turned and past the Friday due date. I am always happy to answer your questions, but make sure you are using your resources as well. If you need to reach me, do so by email, right here, or on the Remind app. Grades will be posted on PowerSchool, not on Its Learning. Responsibility points. You will be giving a grade 25 points each quarter called responsibility points. Points will be deducted for any behavior that is not up to the standards I have set for this class or any other actions that I deem unresponsible. You don't want to be just responsible. Responsible. Failure to act responsibly, as outlined in these guidelines, will result in the following consequences. I'll give you the look. We'll have a little chat. Points will be deducted for responsibility points. I'll call home. I will let somebody else deal with you. Of course, Mrs. Huber has the right to jump any consequence she feels fit at any given time, depending on what the situation is. Please electronically type your name and date in the syllabus, acknowledging that you read and understand that is all that is outlined above. Jalen Pence. Jalen, you don't have to do it right now, man. Jalen, did you let Miss Huber do that to you? Come on, bruh. Alright. Instead, Jalen Pence somehow got into that edit. It's like so weird. So weird, Jalen. U.S. history. Alright, so I'm not sure how long I've been recording, but Instructor, Mr. Eckroth, room 1209. If you're in Mr. Eckroth's class, then I'm just gonna review Mr. Eckroth. I'm not revealing his first name. Okay. Um, okay. So this is the course overview. This course will look at the U.S. history starting from the end of Reconstruction through present day. We will cover up information up to and hopefully including the Great Depression during the first semester, and then picking up the second semester with World War II. Even though we are covering a lot of information, my goal is when teaching is to make it engaging with the students by looking at the key historical concepts like changing over time, cause and effect, and compare and contrast. In this course, we will be reading numerous primary and secondary sources, crafting written arguments and assignments, and supporting said arguments with evidence for the sources. We are currently living in an interesting period in history, so we will also take time to talk about current events and continuously seek to make connections between the past and present. Because present is where we are right now, so basically. Instructor Bio. This is my first year at Columbus North High School as my first year as a teacher. I graduated in May 2020 for Ball State University with Bachelor of Arts degrees in Social Studies Education and History. I am from Plainfield, Indiana, and have lived there since 2007. I am an oldest of 5 boys with my brothers current in college, sophomore, high school, junior, middle school, 8th grade, and elementary school, kindergarten, and preschool. My goal as a teacher is to make students care about the subjects being taught and find ways to relay issues we discuss as a class through present-day situations. I also will be engaging students with various resources and learning strategies and accompany the wide variety of learners that will be present in the classroom. Required materials: folder or binder to organize papers, Chromebook or laptop, a set of headphones and earbuds, notebook or loose paper, pen, pencil, or pen. If you use a pen, that you cannot erase anything, so pencil is just required to use. Analyze primary and secondary sources and use them for further understand historical evidence. Make connections between events in the past and how they affect the present. Examine conflicting perspectives and interpretations of events in our nation's history. Read thought-provoking materials and discuss your ideas regularly. Write opinions, arguments, and essays that are clearly maintained and supported by multiple pieces of evidence. Classroom resources by It's Learning. Classroom textbook, Our Text in U.S. History. Civil War, presented by Discovery Education textbook, and it's entirely online. Classroom expectations. Act responsibly. Read the daily agenda and goal. Turn in assignments on time. Bring required materials to class and be prepared to learn. Be respectful. Raise your hand and talk to avoid interrupting a teacher or a classmate. Keep an open mind and respect the classmates' opinions. Build relationships. Communicate effectively. Work cooperatively with others. Never be afraid to ask Mr. Eckroth a question. Cell phones. I ask that all cell phones be put away and silent during instruction and work time. However, there may be times you might need to use your cell phone in class or for class activity. I would advise you when you can have your phones out. Grading homework and late work. Grade breakdown. Tests, 40%. Projects and essays are 20%. Classwork and participation, 50%, 15%. Quizzes, 15%. That's the same as the classwork and participation. And homework is 10%. Yeah, tests is our most effective way. Assignment policy. Any homework assignment on paper will be due by the beginning of class. Any homework assignment online will be due by 7:44 a.m. Late work policy. Late work policy. Sorry. I will accept late work at 10% off each day late. After 5 days after that, the score will be a 0. Absent. If you are absent, check its learning to view any missing assignments, notes or quizzes or tests. It is your responsibility to ask questions about your missing work. You can also email me at this email for any questions regarding assignments. Academic dishonesty. If I catch you on cheating on an assignment or test, you will receive an automatic 0. The office and your parents will be also notified, and your grandparents as well. So please do not do that. Plagiarism. The use of another person's distinctive ideas or words without acknowledgement. Word for word copying of another person's ideas or words. Paraphrasing. Rewriting another's work, yet still using their fundamental language structure. Submission of another's work as one's own. Cheating. If I catch you cheating you will receive an automatic 0 in referral to the main office or a parent. So please do not do any of those things, okay? Alright, next assignment. Or syllabus or whatever. We have another U.S. history, which is Mr. Kuhn. Yeah, I'll be getting into that later on, so, yeah. Okay, so this was made previously by my first teacher, which is Miss Shireman, by Earth and Space Syllabus by Mrs. Victoria Shireman, and I am not telling you what the phone number is. I'm going to blur it all out. So, yeah. Welcome to Airspace Science. Welcome to Earth and Space Science. This year we are going to take a deep look into the processes and components that make the Earth as we know it. This is all in Spanish. If you guys are in Spanish, then you can actually read this. Contact. I want every person to be successful in this class. If you're having trouble, it is your responsibility to ask for help. I am available sporadically through the day and after school by appointment. Just like me, for example, I have an appointment at 3 o'clock, so I have things to do, so yeah. Classroom rules, expectations, have a vision, dream big, be a learner, not a finisher, growth over grades. Lean into your struggle, do hard things, feed your passion, do fun things, own your education, invest yourself. Own your own culture, help others grow. Interventions for not following expectations, a polite, respectful reminder, seat moved or sent to the hallway, conference of the goal setting, and the report and referral to the dean. I do not get out grades in this class. You earn the grade that you receive. The breakdown will be tests, which is 35%, labs, projects, is 25%, classwork is 25%, same as the labs. Quizzes are 15%. Grade scale is A, B, C, D, and F. F destroys your grade. Okay. Tardy policy. If you're not in a room when the bell rings, you are tardy. I am very prompt with attendance. I am very prompt with my time, so watch your time carefully. Work hard not to be late. Even though you're in a C4 class or something like that. Just all that stuff. This is a direct skill that will transfer to the world outside of school. Lab safety. You must follow all guidelines given in this class for each lab. I have a near zero tolerance policy regarding behavior when doing labs. If you cannot follow the rules, then you will be dismissed for the lab, and you will be receiving a 0 on the assignment. Cell phones and headphones, or AirPods. I know that you have cell phones and headphones to use that we use. The expectation is that your cell phone and headphones are put away when the bell rings. I should not have to tell you to take your headphones out or put your cell phone down. If we have the individual work time, you may put your headphones on as long as it does not distract you from your tasks. If you are using headphones, the sound needs to be low enough that it cannot be heard by others around you and you can still hear me. Just like you have like AirPods, for example, I will ask you to like put them down, obviously, so you can actually hear me. Late work. All assignments are due on the assigned due date. However, if things do happen, I will accept late work up to 2 weeks after its assigned due date. All late work will receive a 25% point reduction. If you are absent, it is your responsibility to find out what you have missed. If we took notes, you will need to obtain a copy from a friend or stranger. Any handouts or assignments from this class will be in the makeup folder and are available online. It is your responsibility to pick it up. You'll receive a day for every absence plus 1 additional day. So if you miss 2 days, you will have 3 days to turn any assignments before they are considered late. Group work. We will be doing a lot of group work throughout the school year. When doing the group work, it is okay to talk. I should not, however, to be able to hear conversations. I will remind you one of this one time, and then your group will be split up and you will have to complete the assignment by yourself. Fire drills. There will be periodic fire drills throughout the school year. If the alarm sounds, you are to exit through the doors by the library and meet up with the class by the street or other designated spot. Tornado drills. We will have We will have an occasional tornado drill each semester. When the alarm sounds, follow any and all directions given. Disagreements. At some point during the school year, many students find that they have a question about the grading or some other issue that may need to work out. If you at any point believe that I have graded an assignment incorrectly or made some other mistake, I encourage you to bring it to my attention so that it may be corrected as quickly as possible. Your work is hard and your grades. If I have made a mistake, I very much want to ensure that is corrected. Excuse me. I did not know that was it. Extra credit. Fun Fact Friday. Yeah. Honor code. It is assumed that you will follow the honor code at all times. Cheating, plagiarism, and other academic dishonesty will be quickly referred to the school administration for investigation and subsequent disciplinary action. Final words. Don't panic. Science can be challenging, but if you make it up your mind to persist, you can be successful. Yeah, you can read that in Spanish too, like I said. Alright, so remember all the syllabus, okay? I'm gonna go for... Where's the syllabus? I just did U.S. history. Oh, Miss Whitaker. I used to have her in. Like I said, I'm not exposing that phone number. Okay. Inductive geometry, 2019 to 2020. Mrs. Whitaker. Be respectful, be responsible, and build relationships. You don't have to be a math expert to be an expert math learner. Welcome. Course description. There was another U.S. history that I could show you, which is the syllabus. This course takes geometry concepts studied in middle school to a higher level. Topics include angles, lines, planes, and shapes. Students will also study dimensional solids and right triangle, trigonometry. There's a strong emphasis on reasoning as students explore and apply geometric properties to real situations. Additionally, written communication, as well as mathematical reasoning and problem solving will be incorporated. Expectations. All students are expected to abide by all policies stated in the CNHS Student Handbook. Choosing otherwise will result in the consequences detailed in the handbook. Additionally, students are expected to be free each day. You have to be respectful and responsible in relationships every day. Be a multiplier of the Bulldog way. Supplies are pencil and eraser, 2 pocket folder provided, 1 subject notebook provided, textbook Discovering Geometry 5th Education by Sarah. Scientific calculator, graphing calculator not needed. Note, please see attached letter concerning calculators. Grading policy. A total point system will be sued for the calculating quarter grades. Grades are made up of 3 main tasks. Assessments, growth mindset, classwork, and Khan Academy assignments. Assessments include quizzes and tests, which may be individual or partner group assignments, or assessments that may be including writing aspects. Growth mindset, classworks include self-assessment of class effort and participation, as well as classwork collected. Khan Academy assignments will be weekly assignments for extra practice over the concepts covered that week or in a review concepts. Additionally, extra credit may be available at various times throughout the year. Semester grades are made up to the final quarter grades plus the final exam score. Each 9 weeks grade will be worth 3.3 out of 7 of the semester grade, and the final will be worth the last 1 out of 7. The following scale will be used to calculate quarter and semester grades, which is all of those grades I can tell you. Test corrections and retake tests. All students are required to correct their tests as an assignment. Students then may elect to take a different version of the same test to earn a higher score. The amount of points possible to earn back will be based on the original test score. Retakes must be completed during tests, during students' resource time, and turned in by the date of the next test. If a student does not have the resource, prior arrangements must be made by Ms. Whitaker within given time frame. A homework policy. Homework assignments will be given over each section. Each section homework will be assessed based on completion. Late homework is accepted with a score reduction up until the chapter test. Makeup work. Students are responsible for talking to classmates and Ms. Whitaker to get any makeup work for excused absences. As well as any and all notes from a lesson. Students have the number of days absent to turn in any makeup work without penalty. Cell phone policy. Students are expected to be respectful to their classmates, teacher, and themselves by keeping their phones out of sight and on silent during class time. Continued using during class time will result in consequences, including but not limited to. Student lost a cell phone for a period or day. Phone turned into the dean's to be picked up by a parent or guardian. Detention, phone call, in a conference of a parent or a guardian or the dean. Class activities will begin when the bell rings to start class. It is important to be on class on time, but the CNH handbook policy regarding tardies will be utilized. But the first tardy is warning, second tardy, teacher conference, third tardy, detention, fourth tardy, discipline, referral to the dean. Further consequences outlined in the handbook. Help sessions as a class, we will be determining a day, time to set up a course study, a session with Mrs. Whitaker. Students who attend these sessions will receive a bonus points. Students seeking up for help can also meet Miss Whitaker during her 6th period prep time or her 5th period resource time, second semester only. Any changes or additional date times, locations will be announced in advance. Final thoughts. This is going to be a great year if you are free every day and all seeking to be a multiplier of a bulldog way. Then you will have the maximize your learning and your success in this class. And remember, you don't have to be a math expert to be an expert math learner. Please sign and return this portion to Mrs. Whitaker, and please contact Mrs. Whitaker with any questions. Student contract. I have read and understand what is expected of me in Mrs. Whitaker's geometry class, and I agree to continually strive to be free and a multiplier the bulldog way. I agree to put forth my best effort every day because I don't have to be smart to learn math, but I know learning math will make me smarter. Parent and guardian. I have read and understand what is expected from my student in Mrs. Whitaker's geometry class. I agree to continually help my students to be respectful and multiplier of a bulldog way. I agree to put forth on my best effort to ensure my students put forth theirs because learning math will make my student even smarter. Okay, that's about it. Oh, wait. It's not it? Oh, darn it. Dear students and parents, which was signed by August 7th, 2019. The entire mathematics curriculum, or you can say mathematics is also includes curriculum of Columbus North High School, incorporates the use of calculator technology. A multitude of studies done over the last 20 years have shown that when calculators are incorporated into lessons teaching mathematical concepts, student learning increases both in terms of conceptual understanding of computational proficiency, Algebra 1, and Geometry. Students taking Algebra 1, or Geometry will be required to purchase a scientific calculator. These range in price from $6 to $30. Any scientific calculator will work. To make sure it is scientific, look for trigonometric keys labeled in sin, cos, and tan. Students in Algebra 1 or Geometry do not need a graphing calculator. Some students, however, choose to purchase a graphing calculator instead of a scientific calculator so they can use it so they can use it for all of their high school math courses. If you plan to purchase a graphing calculator that will replace the scientific calculator, you do not need both. Also, if you plan to purchase the graphing calculator, please read the descriptions of acceptable calculators given below. Algebra 2, trigonometry, pre-calculus, finite math, statistics, and calculus. Students enrolled in these courses will need a T183 Plus or T184 graphing calculator. Because the calculator is required regularly for homework, it is important that each student has his or her own calculator. A T189 is also permissible for calculus, although it is significantly more expensive than 10, or a T183 plus or T184 is more complicated to learn. If you purchase a TI calculator this fall, please cut off the points label for the package and bring it to your math teacher. Through the volume purchase program, Texas Instruments will provide Columbus North High School with classroom technology. If we collect and send in the points labels, you will be getting the latest in calculator technology and supporting your school. We will come out winners. A TI-83 Plus is usually available located for about $90. The T184 has a faster processor and more memory than a T183 Plus. It also costs more. Both calculators function at the same. We realize the price can be a hardship of many families, because many families don't have that much money. There are other more reasonable options. The T183 Plus calculators can usually be purchased used for under $50, including shipping through eBay or shopping for eBay. If you take good care of your calculator, it can be later to resolve the same price. Sorry. Renting a graphing calculator. If your current financial situation makes it impossible for you to purchase a calculator, we have to calculator rental program. Forms for calculator rental may be picked up from the math teacher, from the department chair, or printed from the North Math website. The cost is $12 per year, payable with cash or check to the Columbus North High School. If you will be interested into contributing to a fund to provide loaner calculators for students in need of financial support, please let us know. Sincerely, Dale Nowen, or Mathematics Department Chair. Mr. Brands this year, Mr. Brands is a Math Department Chair now. Because if you don't know Mr. Bram, the math teacher that has been teaching geometry and algebra 2, you can actually check him out. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys in my state and city had Mr. Bram. Yeah, just don't even know if you have. I know that some people go to Mr. Bram. Some of my friends do. Yeah. All right. If you have any questions about the syllabus, just let me know. If your teacher has a syllabus, make sure to blur out the phone number. You don't want people to prank call your phone. You don't want people to prank call the teacher. So, yeah.